Hi, Izzy. Let me know when you can hear me.
Hello.
There we go. How's it going?
Going pretty good. How about with you?
Good. I'm doing well. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Alrighty. So I'm looking back at my notes on our last lessons. So tell me, what would you say is your main focus for this session? What would you like to focus on?
I don't know. You've done so much already.
Yeah, I had a few monologues saved from before that I thought we could look back at. For instance, this one I have to break into two because it's too long. Oh, I see, because it's actually we had worked on these before. These were
Yeah.
the characters from before, and then we had this one as well. Do you want to look back at any of these again or something different? And then I had this one as
Yeah, I like to
well.
look at these again.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, these were the ones that I was like, oh, I think we can come back to these.
Yeah.
And then I have one from SpongeBob as
Yeah, I have it
well.
up here too. I can put it in there if you want.
Perfect. Here's the beginning and here's that last little chunk.
Oh
Alrighty,
yeah, there it
great.
is.
Great. Did you want to start with the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Do you want to start with the SpongeBob one? What do you think?
Sure, let's do the first one, the Rocky Horror.
All right, sounds good.
Now, I've watched a couple of clips and I think I can manage to do that voice, so here
Okay,
goes
great.
nothing. Yes, he's lucky. I'm lucky. You're lucky. We're all lucky. Especially Rocky. He is a triumph of the will. Not like Eddie. He went to pieces. So I put him down the waste disposal. Oh, master, Oh, master. I know you asked for nothing. You know I asked for nothing. But when do we return to Transylvania? I grow weary of this world. Ah, sweet transsexual, night of land of night to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain to take that step to the right. But it's a pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. And when we finally get home, our world will do the time warp again.
Okay, I definitely can hear some progress with that. So
I kind of
then,
stumbled on a few words, but I don't mind.
yeah, so then so what would you say was the main thing that you could tell was different this time through that you noticed?
Very more dramatic, more oomph in the voice, more like slow, more like almost like I wouldn't call it sing-songy, but more like flowy and moving.
Great. Awesome. Okay. So then, yeah, more of like the flow and the pattern of this speech. It definitely felt a little less stunted and a little more relaxed into it and more of this kind of easing through it. Like you were saying, language has such a musical flow to it. And so thinking about kind of the rhythmic patterns, the pitches that we're on, all of those kind of things can definitely affect the way it flows, the way we communicate. And I feel like different accents give a little bit of a different flavor, I guess, like a musical flavor to them, I would say. So yeah, I feel like the flow is a little bit different and um like the rhythmic flow, the relaxation. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about um if you were going to maybe pick one specific thing that you still think, oh, I'd really like this to be a little bit better, what would you say would be the number one thing that you're like, oh, I would still want this to be a little bit better?
Well, I kind of feel like with the old master to the I grow weary of this world, can I be more like a bit more whiny and impatient? And then with the sweet transsexual, maybe more like a whispery, seductive kind of tone in there or sound in there.
Oh, okay. Whispery and seductive. I like that. Okay.
And yeah, and do you mind if I go get a drink of water really fast?
Absolutely. Go for it.
But yeah, those are like the only main two I have.
Okay, sure. All right. So, could we maybe do this one again?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, he's lucky. I'm lucky. You're lucky. We're all lucky. Especially Rocky. He's a triumph of the will. Not like Eddie. He went to pieces. So I put him down the waste disposal. Oh, master. You know I asked for nothing. But when do we return to Transylvania? I grow weary of this world. Sweet transsexual, land of night to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain, to take that step to the right. But it's a perfect thrust that really drives you insane. And when we finally get home, our worlds will do the time warp again.
Nice. Okay, good. What did you think about that? What did you like?
I think you went really well. Sorry.
Good. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes we just gotta hydrate. I'm gonna teach you a little trick. All right, I want you to
Mhm,
get a little water in your mouth, and then you're gonna gargle it, and then you're gonna slide your voice up and down while you do it. So we're gonna go,
mhm. Okay.
and you're gonna slide your voice up and down while you do
Yep, yep, yep. Here
it.
it is.
Yeah. Okay. So now it should make your voice feel a little bit fresher when you try again. Awesome. All right. So, what would you say is your favorite thing about that time through?
Definitely adding the more emotions to it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely heard that as well. Awesome. So I want you to do it one more time. And this time I want you to just think 10 times the energy.
10 times
Okay?
energy. Okay, I can
Yeah.
do that. Yes, he's lucky. I'm lucky. You're lucky. We're all lucky. Especially Rocky. He's a triumph of the will, not like Eddie. He went to pieces, so I put him down the waste disposal. Oh, master. You know I asked for nothing, but when we return to Transylvania, I grow weary of this world. Sweet transsexual, land of night to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain, to take that step to the right. But it's a perfect thrust that drives you insane. And when we finally reach home, our world will do the time warp again.
Awesome. Yes, that was very dramatic. And I definitely liked the very like sultry, over dramatic, kind of seductive, alluring kind of quality. Very nice. Wasn't that fun?
Totally.
Very nice. Good. All right. Did you want to try the Mr. Wormwood one?
Sure.
We don't have to. We can go on to the SpongeBob one if you'd like.
Sure. Look, how about let's just do it the order it is in now in the
Okay,
chat.
yeah. All right, let's try the Mr. Wormwood one.
Gather around, everyone. I want my family to share my triumph. Okay. 150 old bangers on me hands, all polished up, but the mileage on the clock telling the truth that each one was knackered. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards now, could I? When suddenly I had the most brilliant, genius idea in the world. I ran into the workshop, grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer in the first car, turned it on, and whacked it into reverse. A drill's motor, well, a drill's motor, a drill's motor whirls backwards 1,000 times a second, and within a few minutes, I reduced the mileage of that old rust bucket to practically nothing. I did it to every single car. 10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big nasty faced apes in expensive suits, tall glasses, who don't know who they thought they were.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so tell me for this character, what happened right before this?
Well, probably just he like thinks he like made a great deal on these old cars, and he's like a greedy
Yeah,
car salesman, and
right.
he's like telling the world like, "Oh boy, like you gotta see this car. Like I did
Yeah.
something to it," when really he kind of like I think cheated and lied about
Yeah,
them.
for sure. But he's profiting, right? So maybe he
Mhm.
just sold one of these cars, right? And so he comes home and he's like, guys, I have to tell you. So he's just walked in the door. This just happened
Sure.
at work. And
Mhm.
so what is his goal? How does he hope his family responds to what he's saying here?
Well, of course he doesn't care about Matilda as much,
Mhm.
so definitely like wants to leave her out of the picture since he
Oh, okay.
thinks like
So
he's
he's
too
kind of
dumb about it,
ignoring
so
her.
and only has my focus on my wife and my son, so
Okay. All right. That's a good point that Matilda's there, but he doesn't care about her. He's very dismissive of her and he's really focusing on his wife and son and ignoring her, right?
yeah,
Um, so do you think he is oblivious to her or he wants her to know that he is ignoring her?
maybe more oblivious.
Okay. Yeah. He just is totally oblivious to her. And then how does he hope his wife and son react to what he's saying?
Pretty much, man, what's going on with me?
Oh,
Um,
that's okay.
Okay, so I think I want my wife and son to react. They're definitely very proud of me. Like, and as I'm telling my story, like, kind of like get them more like, oh, what you did what? Like, well, how
Yeah.
did you do that? That's incredible.
So it's like you're really excited about this thing and you want them to be excited and celebrate with you. So that's
Hmm.
the goal, right?
Yeah.
Or do you feel differently about it? Are you excited or are you more like do you have contempt for the people you sold it to? Are you more like angry at the world for not giving you what you deserved? Like, what do you feel like is your emotion coming in?
I think my more emotion is like, um, definitely more like I did it. Like, this is my life. Like,
Yeah. So like
I'm the best
very
at this.
proud of
Like,
yourself. And like,
Yes,
heck
proud of
yeah,
myself.
I did good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good, awesome. All right, good. So then, so we want them to be like, "Oh, you're so amazing. You're so smart. That's so cool. Like, ah, how'd you do it? You're just so great." And you want them maybe to sort of like applaud you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So how do you think your character feels at the beginning, the middle, and the end? How does that emotion change?
Maybe like like very like oh my God, I have to share this like right away. So like very like um uplifted, more enthusiastic, energetic, and more like more power in the voice, like more boastful, like gather around everyone. I want my family to share my triumph.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, good. So then, so it's like you're rallying them up. You're like, come on over, right? And then what about in the middle? How do you feel there and what are you trying to do there?
Like I'm trying to like relive my emotions to show them like how what I
Ah.
was doing like
So you want them to kind of experience it with you? Like
yes,
take them back through this story and let them kind of be a part of that with you. Yeah.
exactly.
Great. And then what about at the end?
And then when I said like since these like little spies here like they're coming up like they're like in business of like they're like I, like if I can remember like he like compares like to the Russians like he's like partnered up with them like they're like there to like see how like how's it going like is it like the boss? They're kind of like the boss of him, but of course he doesn't listen to them. So like, kind of a
Hmm.
little bit disgusted with them. Like, don't know who they think they are. Like, could they do this with a brilliant mind like mine? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So very
Awesome.
snooty about them.
Oh, okay. Like maybe kind of condescending toward them. Is that it?
Yeah,
Like looking down on them. Great. Okay, so I really want you to think about that strong beginning, middle, and end, that there is a shape to the story and that it doesn't feel all just the same throughout, but it feels like it's always going somewhere new. And another thought that can maybe be helpful, that was really helpful to me, one of my professors in undergrad said, every time you take a breath, it's like your character has a new thought, and your character doesn't know what's coming. Everything is brand new for them in that moment. It's not planned out. They're living it and discovering it in this moment. And so it can't be like you know what's coming ahead of time. It needs to feel spontaneous to the audience. Yeah. So can we
yeah,
try that again?
will do. Gather around, everyone. I want my family to share my triumph. 155 old bangers on my hands, all polished up, but the mileage on the clock telling the truth that each one was knackered. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards, could I? When suddenly I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran into the workshop, grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car, turned it on, and whacked it into reverse. A drill's motor whirls backwards 1,000 times a second, and with a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage of that old rust bucket to practically nothing. I did it to every single car. 10 minutes ago, 10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big nasty face tapes, expensive suits and dark glasses. And don't know who they thought they were.
Nice. Good. How'd that feel?
A lot better.
Good. I'm so glad. All right. Yeah. Doesn't it feel a little more exciting? Like you're always kind of on the edge of something new and it feels like it's always going somewhere new, right? And it's like, it feels like an adventure and it makes it feel more like every time you do it, it's brand new. Like you experience it a little bit differently every time, which I think is pretty cool as an
Yeah.
actor too. That's part of why being in like live theater is so exciting because every night it can be a little bit different. Whereas like in film, it's like it's done and recorded. Voiceover, same thing. It's recorded, it's done, kind of a thing. But it can still be great to experiment with different approaches because you never know what the director is going to like best and want to use. So
Hmm.
awesome work there. Good. So some really good kind of like takeaways from that, things to lock in your brain and be like, okay, I want to save that and use it later. Tuck it into your tool belt. Yeah. Do you want to
Yes.
try it one more time just to kind of lock that in
Sure.
to reinforce? Okay, let's try that.
Gather round, everyone. I want my family to share my triumph. 155-volt bangers on my hands, all polished up. But the mileage on the clock is telling the truth that each one was knackered. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards now, could I? When, suddenly, I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran into the workshop, grabbed a drill, and, using my incredible mind, I attached the grill to the speedometer of the first car, turned it on, and whacked it into reverse. Joe's motor whirls backwards thousands of times a second, and within a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage of that old rust bucket to practically nothing. I did it to every single car. But 10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big nasty face tapes, expensive suits, and dark glasses. Who knows who they don't know who they thought they were.
Nice. Good. I actually heard quite a few phrases differently than I had heard them before. Did you hear how, like, there were moments where maybe you're like, oh, I never really thought of it that way before. You maybe tried a little different nuance or approach to a certain phrase, and then it comes out differently. Like, for instance, I feel like I heard that part about the Russians really differently than I've ever heard it from any of the other takes. Um, I felt like, all right, what were some of the lines that I felt like? Maybe all polished up, knackered, I think. When you ask that question, how could I possibly make the mileage go back? Right?
Yeah.
Like that felt more like a question to me there. Um, but yeah, that last part about the Russians too, I heard that really differently as well. Um, like the derision, disdain for them, like, oh, who do they think they are? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that came out across a little bit differently than I had heard it previously. So very fun to hear that. Awesome work. Okay. All right. So then I would love to try also our SpongeBob one.
All right.
Wait a minute. We have also the Victor Van Dort. Do you want to try that one?
How about we do the SpongeBob first and
Okay,
then
yeah.
next week we'll do that one.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, let's look at SpongeBob.
Another day, another migraine. I wake up every morning with a fading hope that perhaps, just perhaps, today will be the day someone appreciates true art, true culture, a delicate clarinet solo, a tasteful abstract self portrait, a salad without jellyfish on it. But no! What do I get? Hey, Squidward, wanna go jellyfishing?
Hey, Squidward, I made you a Krabby Patty shaped like a jellyfish. Hey, Squidward, I painted your house pink while you were sleeping. It's exhausting being the only beacon of taste in a sea of sponge-fueled chaos. I could have been a world-renowned musician, a gallery-owning genius, a sophisticated man of the arts, but no, I'm flipping burgers for a creature who thinks mayonnaise is an instrument. Still, when I close my eyes and play my clarinet, even for just a moment, I remember who I am. A tortured soul, a misunderstood visionary, and maybe, just maybe, if I play loud enough, I won't have to hear SpongeBob laughing. I need a vacation or a new determination.
That was very well done. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Me too,
Beautiful.
actually, Vandy. Me
Yeah,
too.
that was really good. I'm curious, could we maybe just run through the Victor Van Dort one as well, and then maybe come back to both of those two next week? But can I just hear a little bit of it?
Sure.
Okay, great.
It really shouldn't be all that difficult. It's just a few simple vowels. With this hand, I will take your wine. No. With this hand, I will cup your. Oh, goodness, no. With this, with this candle, I will, I will set your mother on fire. Oh, it's no use. With this hand, I will lift your sorrows. Your cup will never empty, for I will be your wine. Ah, Mrs. Evergott, you look ravishing this evening. What's that, Mr. Evergott? Call you Dad? If you insist, sir. With this candle, I will light your way in darkness. With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
All right, good. Okay, tell me what you liked about it.
It really felt more subtle for me.
Yeah. And sometimes that's what we need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the characters' kind of insecurity and being really unsure of themselves.
Yeah, and like making sure, okay, is this what I'm going to say? Oh, no, that's just stupid. Okay.
Right. I feel like so like we all can relate to that being like, oh, like judging yourself and being like, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, that was so dumb. We all do that sometimes. So I really love bringing that vulnerability out in this character. I'd love to have you practice the accent a bit more this week, and I want really crisp consonants. Um, like, it really shouldn't be that difficult. It's just a few simple vows. With this hand, I will take your wine. Oh, no. Right, so I want more crisp. It really shouldn't be all that difficult. A
Okay.
little more crisp on those consonants. Could we work on
Okay.
that this week?
Will do.
Great. Awesome. All right. So we'll wrap up there and we'll come back to those two next time. But um, I heard progress on all of these. Let's go ahead and put away our Rocky Horror and Matilda ones, and we'll focus in on those Victor Van Dort and the
Squidward
SpongeBob
one?
ones. Yes, Squidward. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I
Great.
already copied and pasted those already.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. So we'll come to those next week on the 11th.
Will
Great.
do.
I'll see you then. Bye, Izzy. Have a good rest of
Uh,
your week and a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.